Hi guys, welcome back. Well, first and foremost, I guess welcome to starting over on Subnautica. As you can see from the starting in cinematic, something's gone wrong. my laptop died. I lost my previous. I still had my save data that kind of synced to Steam, but I lost a bunch of recordings, and my save was no longer synced up to where the end of my recordings were. So to simplify things, I'm just starting over. If you guys want to, I enjoy this game enough that I'm happy starting over. But if you guys don't want to rewatch me get all the same things that I already gotten over again, then go ahead and someone just tell me in the comments, and instead of recording the entirety of recovering my progress, I will get back to approximately where my last recording ended. I believe it was making my sea moth in the first place. And that's when I'll start back up recording. But first I'm going to start from the beginning, just to honor the fact that, yeah, I'm not on the same save file.
Please refer to the user bank for detailed survival advice. Good luck.
Good luck. I'll need it. Actually, no, I won't, because, well, my computer may have died. My laptop may have died. I got a new laptop. I got a new desktop computer. How do I get that off my screen? There's my stats for nerds. There we go. That's off my screen. But yeah, I didn't expect there to be newbie hints. Oh, I can already make my first battery. But yeah, this desktop, it handles the game a lot better than my laptop did. As you can tell from me, being able to catch fish and play with and not suffering from lag. Okay. So, starting fresh, we need to get ourselves a food supply. Come back here, food supply! Okay, maybe I'm not an expert at catching fish, but at least it's possible under the current new circumstances. This is so glorious. I have not experienced this game without lag before. I thought lag was its default state. Okay, there's no... This is going to be a problem. I'm actually not finding scrap metal, the most common of resources in this game. And I haven't caught any fish other than this one bladderfish yet. Despite, bragging that with this new computer, I can actually catch them. Caught another bladderfish. There's some scrap. I don't know why I was worrying. Why were you guys worrying? Seriously, there's nothing to worry about. Hey, Peeper. Hey, Peeper. You look like dinner. Why are Peepers so fast? So much faster than the other fish. There's a cave with some rain coral popping bubbles out of it. Okay. Oh, but there's a gas... There's a gassy butt. Oh, it's not a cave. It's just rain coral. But... Bubbles. My bubbles. Boomerang! Lemon meringue! Okay. That's enough of that silliness. I actually need more titanium. At this rate, I'm going to run out of titanium in no time, although... Hey, Peeper. Fine. The mother load. Or father load, if you... Yeah. Okay, so I've got a lot of titanium on my hands. As well as a boomerang or two to cook, and a bladderfish to process into water. Not a bad start. Not my best start, but not a bad start. So first process you into water. Oh wait, yeah, that's right, I had 2 of those processed into water, didn't I? Then cook me some nom-noms. I will want to catch more fish. Well, I'm going to want to eat them before they rot too, aren't I? I am rolling in titanium. Oh, before I do anything else, goody goods. Yeah, okay, so I was worried I wasn't going to get enough titanium. I still got another hunk of scrap to turn into more titanium. I can make an ingot already. Okay, but first let's make a Theon battery. Make up our schooner.
The scanner can be used to synthesize blueprints.
And go to tank, so it can breathe for longer than 45 seconds. Ooh, fins. Fins! Silicon rubber for fins. How do I knife? Silicon rubber and titanium. Okay, so I need to go get some creepvine seed clusters. That's what I need. So, I see creepvine right up. That's not creepvine, is it? That is not. Well, either way, I got my scanner. Okay, they still swim a little bit faster than me until I get fins. So I kind of got to get the drop on them, but without lag, I can accurately catch them. And I already got the blueprint for my Sea Glide. Not a bad start at all, game. Fine, I'll take more titanium. Since you offered. Since you're being so polite to me, game. I don't expect this politeness to last very long, but...
30 seconds.
Are you kidding? 30 seconds is a lifetime. I don't see a creepvine forest. Okay. I'm gonna need to catch me more fish. That is a given. But that is also something I am apparently not good at. Howdy, Peeper.
New creature discovered.
There we go. I caught the Peeper. Get some air. This game is just beautiful, and all the more so now that I can see it in its true glory without lag or anything like that. I want fins before I go in there. Gary!
New creature discovered.
I got a Gary! So, considering the fact that I'm starting over, I'm going to go ahead and when I get a good recording here, I'll upload it and relabel my existing recordings something along the lines of being like the Lost Journey or something, because those are, yeah, the progress was lost for that, and I am.
New blueprint acquired.
While we're over here anyway, grab inventory full. I don't know if inventory got full that quickly. What is it? I heard a sound. In case you're wondering why I'm holding fish hostage, it's in case stalkers show up. Because they become more active at night, which is closing in upon us. Or already entirely around us. And I don't want to be eaten. Oh. Okay, inventory is not quite full. I probably should not have grabbed as many of those seed clusters as I did. That's gonna give me a little bit of trouble. Okay, so now I needed those for silicon rubber. Every one makes 2. Okay, maybe I made a bit more than I needed, but I'm getting a survival knife.
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Graxus Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
So now I got a knife. Let's go ahead and make some lubricant, because eventually we're going to need vehicles.
And power plants.
Yeah. But for now, the lubricant's just going to stay in storage.
Data draws from available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment.
It actually won't be too complicated to make a sea glide, but I don't necessarily want one of those right away. If anything, I want a repair tool, which means finding a cave and a grav trap if I can find a schematic. I can make a flashlight, but those aren't really as useful as I'd like to think they are. Let's focus first on keeping myself fed.
It is common for those accustomed to synthetic foods to be repulsed by intake and animal
Do I want to make glass?
Remember that humans survived this way for millennia. You can too.
I think that's it for what I want to make for now. Let's check out my inventory. Overloaded, of course. Let's put the quartz, the silicon, and the lubricant away. Go ahead and make an ingot. I know we're going to need some later. For vehicles, I believe. And there, that freed up a whole bunch of space. There. How about putting 8 of that away? I didn't get used to not hitting the wrong buttons. Again.
Local radiation levels. The trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core sustained during planet falls.
So let's get working on. What did I say next goal was? Oh yeah, the repair tool. For that I just need some cave sulfur. And for cave sulfur I just need some daylight, I think. There's some brain coral. I can always use that to get down near the bottom while I think about what I've done. And I'm going to need to make more batteries eventually, so let's grab some acid mushrooms. We're not done using bladderfish for food, so, well, for water, so catching more of them is always a plus. Aha, I'm as fast as you are now, Peeper. I just need to watch where I'm going. I'm actually faster than you are now. Let's scan these while I'm nearby some. I really need a crash fish cave. There's caves down there. How do you want to bet they have crash fish? Descend into the dock. A sea glide. God, too many sea glide fragments. There's an egg. I believe it's a crash fish egg, so. Don't fart at me, people. Don't see me farting at you. Oh dear! Yep. Ow, pain, suffering. Crash fish. It's probably worth noting that these crash fish caves are slightly safer to explore after you have your sea glide. But there, now I can make my repair tool, which means I can fix the escape pod, life pod, the leafetry. What else are we gonna have to do here? I put away all my materials. I need the titanium ingot, the silicon. And I'm pretty sure I now have repair tool covered. Good. Now we get the batteries charger back online for this. I wish this thing had a battery charger in it.
Running full environment diagnostic and now putting results to database.
Converting bladderfish to water. There we go. If things go well, I won't have to catch too many more bladderfish. If things
The
go
fabricator cooks small organisms while disposing of the skeletal structure, bodily fluids, and internal organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption.
that is very interesting, Karen. Oh, okay. So, let's just put away the everything. Everything I'm not immediately consuming is going to go locked away in a box.
Rescue operation required to location 9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
Okay, so that's telling us we're not going to be saved. Just ever. Computer chip wiring kit with battery. Well, I know battery is copper and 2 acid mushrooms. Computer chip is... That's 2 copper, a gold, and 2 table coral. And 2 silver. So in total, I need 3 copper. I already got the acid mushrooms. A gold, and a table coral, and 2 silver to make my habitat builder. That is my next big goal. The table coral's right there. I'm not going to put a priority on that. I know, you would think I would set a priority on getting that sea glide so I can move around faster, but that sea glide is such a battery hog. So I'll hold off on making that eggies until after I've got a potential means to charge batteries. I like rain coral. It's such a friendly plant. When I eventually reach the point of building bases deep under the water, I'm probably going to plant rain coral down there, so I can safely explore outside of my bases. There's a copper. There's a copper. There's a sandstone chunk. That could be silver. It's not silver. There's another copper. Ow. I either got bit by a bitey or stabbed by the needles of a tiger plant.
30 seconds.
This brain coral's got me covered for that air. I don't know about having me covered for protecting me from the vicious things that are out here. Because, yeah, things like to eat you out here. Like, there's bites. Don't know why I'm swimming closer to them. Probably because I think this pillar might have more stuff for me. It does not. This pillar's a lie. Let's go back toward their kelp forests and our safe shallows. I still need one more copper, a gold, and some silver. But this area out here is actually pretty good for getting the silver, because it's abundant in sandstone deposits that I can break for silver. But I'm not finding any chunks of anything to break right now. Why? Where has all the minerals gone? Hey, Ray. I'm gonna catch one of you eventually. And I don't mean catch, I mean I'm probably gonna find I'm gonna find a rabbit ray egg to hatch inside an alien containment. But right now I don't even have the alien containment because, well, reasons. Oh look, a grav trap fragment. Lying all by its lonesome. Oh, it's not by its lonesome, it's got a seamoth fragment beside it. And these grav trap fragments, they look like more essential. Oh no, it's a bioreactor. Never mind. I was going to comment how grav trap fragments look like essentially complete grav traps, just broken.
30 seconds.
Yep, I can swim with that time.
Short-range scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
Okay, so while we're looking around, our aim is still that habitat builder. Copper, 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 copper. No! You failed me. Oh, here. This is like, yes, I know I can cut creepvine with a knife, but if I cut it with a knife right now, it will rot before I get it back to use it. Quartz. Don't want to keep picking up all these minerals that I'm not going to use right away. I don't want to waste, because as abundant as titanium is, I don't want to waste it making the floating lockers, because the floating lockers will in fact float away. Okay, paper, paper, paper.
Life on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes.
That'll come in handy when I finish those seamoth blueprints. Okay. Just keep looking around, make sure we know what we're doing and where we're doing it. Fun fact, as long as you don't cook a fish that you've caught, you know, one of the food fish, as I guess I'll call them, it won't die or rot or anything. You'll just carry it around basically forever. Sea glide, this is going to be more titanium. Okay. Copper, copper, copper. No! This is an awfully long jaunt for me to be out and about. There's a grab trap fragment. See, it looks like an intact grab trap. A bit busted.
30 seconds.
Yeah, I know. I need to breathe. I can't just sit here whining underwater for all eternity. I know. If I were actually whining underwater, it'd be not actual whining sounds coming out of it.
New blueprint.
And oh dear! Why? Why? No! Oh. Okay. So, I'll take that because it owes me that for, you know, making me fear for my life. Um,
30 seconds.
can't a guy look for copper in peace? Well, clearly not, because, you know, crash fish. How full is my inventory getting? Not that full yet. That is good news. Because this is copper. Woo! I didn't expect it to just magically poof and say copper and it's there, and yay. Can I get that lucky again? Can I find another one and just say this is gold and it's gold? That's not even an outcrop. Come on. Before I run out of oxygen, I have to retreat to a brain coral. There's a brain coral right here. There's a limestone right by the brain coral. Thank you, game. And to see if that magic will work again as soon as the brain coral airs me up. This is gold! This is not gold! Okay. That's not a giant coral tube game. I know what giant coral tube when I see one. The giant coral tube is one of the best places for getting copper. I just wish I had the map memorized better than I do. Because it is a static map. The only thing randomized in this entire thing, which I appreciate very greatly, the only thing randomized in this game is where your life pod lands. It's always somewhere in the safe shallows, but it could be all kinds of different places in this same safe shallows area. I got a radio broadcast and speaks the good English and a wreck right in front of me. Oh, I'm probably nearing the crash zone. That's not a place I want to go. Yep, radiation detected. This wreck's gonna kill me if I try exploring it too much. But also could yield something really nice if I explore it just enough. Okay, I'm gonna go away before I die of a radiation poisoning. Because this is the wrong way to go. I'm gonna go back home in defeat because I don't have the silver or gold that I need to fabricate myself a habitat builder. And the reason why I'm putting such a rush on that, in case I didn't finish the sentence earlier, or you guys didn't already know without me telling you, is that the floating lockers can float off on you and don't even hold that much stuff anyway. Whereas with the habitat builder, once you've built yourself a habitat inside your home, you can actually build lockers that hold substantially more and aren't going to float away. That is a message from Kiersey, and I will answer it in due time. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I do not like things chasing me and exploding. Ow. Ow. Okay. That was a mistake. I did see some limestone deposits, and I kind of want to harvest limestone deposits. But ow. Hey, a limestone deposit. Another copper. I got all my copper. I needed gold. A scannable? Scannable I already had. Let's put the peeper in my hands. Because, yeah, if one of those stalkers sees you with a peeper in hand instead of just, seeing you, then it will gingerly snatch the peeper from you, as opposed to trying to eat you. Which is a mutually beneficial scenario, because, I mean, the stalker gets fed, you don't get injured. Found another wreck, and this one is not in the Aurora's crash zone. But it's also very dark, because it's nighttime. Not sure if I mentioned this in the original recordings, and even if I did, I'm not sure if I mentioned it at the point where I had managed to upload, or the parts that I didn't get a chance to upload before they went poof. But I don't really like day-night cycles in games. It doesn't really make... I mean, for the sake of the immersion of making the game environment feel more real, it makes sense, but in a more sensible notion, all it does is make the game harder to play, because you can't see as well, some things only spawn during certain times of the day. It can add depth, and I can understand how it can add depth, but from my own personal perspective, the only effect I notice from it all is that it makes for a harder to play game, with there simply being the element of nighttime. And there really isn't anything wrong with that. Nighttime's nighttime. I just don't like nighttime. I prefer to see what I'm doing.
Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may result in its wanton detonation.
I don't want the Aurora to go boom. Although, thankfully, with having swam this close to the Aurora, without unintentionally in this recording, I have confirmed that you cannot safely go to the Aurora before the drive core finishes exploding. Because if you did, even if you had the laser cutter and the propulsion cannon and all the other tools you would need to explore the Aurora, you would probably die by irradiation before you could fully explore the thing. Okay, stalkers, you're not allowed to eat me because I got a peeper. One big benefit to replaying this game as opposed to being a first-timer is that you go into it knowing some things. Like, for example, knowing that I can offer a stalker a peeper instead of my own flesh. Knowing that trick also works on Reaper Leviathans. So surprisingly. With as big of a bite as they've got. Hi guys. I'm just scanning the bottom here to see if there's anything interesting. Also going to take one of these hoverfish. Or not. You guys got a lot of scrap in your lawn here. Okay, brain coral. Fill me oop. I'm closer to base now. But I just want some limestone and sandstone. Oh no! No. Ah! Aha! No! Whew! Haha! Get messy legs. While I'm at it down here, may as well rob this cave. Titanium. Okay, I might just make one of those one of those waterproof lockers. I don't like them for reasons I've already stated, but I'm coming into a decent surplus of titanium, and I'm not getting my chunk of gold. Although, I should probably... limestone. Titanium and copper. Oh! Okay. Sandstone. Silver, gold, and lead. And I'm gonna need lead eventually. But sandstone means the deeps. The deepest deeps that you can handle before you can get your rebreather. Okay. Watch me die, watch me die. What? This is not a cave. This cave is not a cave. That cave is a cave. Maybe. Maybe. Not. This cave is a cave, but I have not confirmed nor denied.
Silver waste wire kits are an essential component of many habitat modules.
I need to stop bothering with the limestone, because I'm going to fill up my inventory, and it's going to be just all titanium. Look, it's all titanium and copper, which I'm not complaining. They're great resources. They're just not what I need. Okay, so that's the limestone. I need a sandstone or two. Cut creepvine with knife. Yes, I know. Smash sandstone with bare hands or scanner. Oh, in case anyone's watching this and wondering, there's actually a twofold reason why I'm keeping my scanner out. Who's told? One is in case I happen to cross something I very much like to get as early as possible.
A common complication for cave divers is loss
Okay.
orientation.
Got a gold. I believe that was my second silver.
30 seconds.
Where's home? Where's home? Past the stalkers? No, so this way. Okay. But yeah, the twofold reason why I was keeping my scanner out, one was in case I come across a scannable that could yield a blueprint. Because I know in the creepvine forest there are battery charger fragments. And those of you who watched my previous Subnautica videos know that the battery charger is one of the things that I crave early on in the game. Don't judge. It's just horrible when your batteries run out. Oh wait, I still need table coral pieces. How could you guys let me forget that? 2 table coral pieces, and we are good. And I suppose I should drink something.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Good. Get those. What else do I need? Anything else? Nothing else? Maybe? Don't know. I've got everything. Everything I've ever picked up is currently in my inventory. So, let's cook the hoopfish and the hoverfish.
Consider disguising the flavor of unsavory meats with salt or locally sourced herbs and spices.
I don't approve of your nonsense, Karen, with disguising the flavors of things. Okay, so now with all that made, I should habitat builder. Bingo!
The builder, too, is designed to construct habitats capable of withstanding extreme environmental conditions.
Chompy. You can go in slot 3, but move the beavers in slot 4. I just have such a surplus of titanium, copper, and quartz. While we're here, let's listen to that radio broadcast.
Receiving being recorded. Distress playing back.
This is Lifebook 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea guide, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously. 3 out.
Okay, so that's where I could get Sea Glide stuff. But I already have Sea Glide. Sea Glide's all covered. We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. Just gotta mark all this as red because this is all things. Oh, that's a radio. Or distress. Okay. Never mind. We know everything that we got here. Anything else we should check here? Bioreactor. I don't. Oh yeah, I scanned a fragment. 1 whole fragment. Okay. Rain coral, best plant. It's something on this planet that's not trying to kill us. In fact, it helps us live. Okay. Acid mushroom's not best plant. Okay, now would you get rid of your plus sign so I can see when I actually have something new? There we go. Okay, power cells, lubricant, advanced wiring kit. We don't have a need for an advanced wiring kit yet. And yeah, 2 more fragments for mobile vehicle bay, 1 more for beacon, 2 more for the laser cutter, 2 more for the sea moth. You got another radio broadcast coming in.
This is Life Pod 6. I have a passenger on board. Coordinates attached. We've landed a kilometer from the crash site, but there's radiation in between us and the rendezvous. Request immediate assistance. 6 out.
Immediate assistance.
Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
So, us in the rendezvous. We're a kilometer from the crash site. Okay. 100 meters down. I'm gonna need my rebreather before I go for that. Dense red grass. Oh, I remember that one. I remember that one. But first, I owe myself a nice, relaxing home base. So I was moving my quartz the wrong way. Okay. So where are we going to build this? That ridge right there looks very promising. Very promising. I think it's right on the edge of the grassy plateau, too. It is. And that grassy plateau is a very helpful place to set up a base. Not that it's abundant in resources, but it's a good place to quickly get your sea glide up, and not your sea glide, your sea moth. No, why did I grab that? I need to grab these. I need at least one on the roof. Then I need a hatch
30 seconds.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
inside.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Great. We're doing good. We're doing good. Fine to restore my oxygen before I get back out and start building again. And one thing I'm going to do is build tunnels in all directions. Because I can afford to, and because that'll allow me to build bulkheads later. Now you're going to see the true genius that is Icarus. Not that genius. So I'm just going to... Everyone makes these wall lockers, which they're not bad, but they have about 2/3 of storage of these big lockers. And for 1 quartz, you may as well put your lockers on the floor. Gotta position it just right so I can still walk in here. There we go. Should be butt up against the wall. It's not butt up against the wall. Maybe I gotta build it from this angle so I can make sure that I butt it up against the wall as best I can. Did they change it so you can't build them up against the wall anymore? Because, I mean... Oh, there it is. Right up against the wall, plenty of room to walk around it, and as much space as my inventory. Now, that being said...
However, you have exceeded your weekly exercise quotient by 500%. Data indicates that swimming was your favorite activity.
Does it? Does it really? Does the scanner not run out of batteries? Oh no, the scanner does. It just doesn't tell you what your charge is when you switch to it. Okay, so now we're going to rob this blind. Well, actually, our fabricator's still up here. And actually, once again, I hit the wrong buttons and stashed everything up here instead of... Well, you know what? That's fine. I don't need to use my base storage just yet, because for the time being, my fabricator is still here. I need more water. Wait. I got a grav trap. Battery, a copper ore, and a titanium. Okay. Mushrooms, oh mesh, mesh, moosh, moosh. Mushrooms. Ooh. Okay. So, that's the battery. And I should have plenty for poofing. We now have Graph Trap. I'll actually leave that on 5. I'm content with that being number 5. But now, I need to find a good spot to do some fishing. Okay, I don't need any food fish right now. I'll take them. Especially papers. We like papers. Bladderfish. There. Now that I got my grab trap, my survivability has increased tenfold. And fun fact about the grab trap, you can just deploy that and leave it. Like forever, really. Leech. Leech. Really? Fun fact, I don't have to catch bladderfish anymore. Because I noticed I can make better water with bleach. Just gotta drink the bleach. Okay, I'm gonna top off my food. Character's not really hungry right now, but just because I can. And water, water, water. Now, I don't know how long I've been recording here. I think about a half an hour. Which sounds good for an episode, but I'm not typically one to call it a day very easily and early. Especially not when I'm playing a game I enjoy this much. So, I already forgot what direction my base was from my Steve. Okay, I'm gonna stop scanning things that I don't need. I think there's where I put my base. It looks... yeah, there's where I put my base. Eventually I'm gonna put more solar panels on the top and build some actual compartments that do stuff for me.
Warning. Local radiation readings suggest the aurora is driving forward.
Oh.
The critical state. Quantum detonation will occur within 2 hours.
Well, isn't that pleasant? The aurora's gonna explode. But I'm gonna come down here for some salt. That's quartz. That's a sand shark. That's another sand shark. If I get me some salt, I can make me some better water. Da 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 da. And even though pretty much everything in the game comes from harvestable nodes that are limited in supply, salt's actually a renewable resource. Come on, scan faster.
Integrating new PTA data.
Because once you get making one, because eventually you will be able to make a water fabricator.
30 seconds.
Oh, I might die here, guys. I'm not. I know what I'm doing. Contrary to exactly how it looks, he has oxygen. I know. We need that stuff to live. But this wreck down here is very intriguing. I found 2 scanner room fragments. The scanner room itself is a little frustrating to use, but if you get the hang of it, of dealing with all the junk on your screen, nuclear waste disposal, that'll help if I ever use a nuclear reactor. And out of the corner of my eye,
New blueprint acquired.
salt. I'll need more than just 1 chunk of that in the long run, creature eggy. More quartz, more salt over here.
30
30
seconds.
seconds of oxygen. Swim up. But the scanner room can help us find stuff. That is the whole job of the entire room there. And I did mention, this grassy plateau is also a great place for finding fragments of the sea moth, as well as those sandy, that's a limestone outcrop. Copper's always useful. What's this? I think I already looked at this, and this is nothing. It is indeed a nothing.
30 seconds.
Well, someone liked getting into my face. I think I bled that wreck dry of things to scan. I would really like to finish another blueprint while doing this recording here. But I'm pretty sure I bled this wreck dry. This wreck's done. Gotta find something else to investigate. I don't want to swim down any further, because at 100 meters, you start kind of drowning very, very quickly.
New creature discovered.
Ah! I did say I wanted another blueprint. I did specify that I wanted it to be the sea moth, even though that kind of implied, because the sea moth's a very useful blueprint.
30 seconds.
Why, hello, Reefback. I need air. You don't have a brain coral on your back, do you? No, you don't. Well, you might. I can't tell from this. Holy Aurora! Why did I know I was swimming this close to the Aurora? I should be being irradiated by now. Not complaining, but I should be being irradiated by now. There's a sea moth fragment. That's almost cheating. I shouldn't. On the one hand, you kind of need to know what you're going into when you're swimming down. Oh no, it's a bioreactor.
New blueprint acquired.
What about sea moths? Okay. That lead will come in handy eventually. But yeah, it's almost like cheating looking at things in the far distance because of the fact that the grass and other obscuring stuff has loaded in. But at the same time, if you're not looking off into the distance, you miss so many things, even if the grass would load in that far away. Can I find anything else before I go back? I like finding things. It's not even the having of things. I just like finding things. Well, now that I got my habitat builder, I'm going to need titanium like crazy for expanding my base. I don't like all that gas. It's stinky poo. Okay. There's something scannabla over there. I know it. In this box. It's the key to my... Oh, it's empty. Never mind. Guess my destiny is just out of reach. I'll grab more scrap because why? Because why not? Find one of those lovely brain coral or go back to the one I already was visiting.
30 seconds.
Or just go up to the surface. It's not that far away right now. I just need to stop swimming toward the aurora. Because we don't want to die an irradiated death and become and have our body just be reanimated as some kind of mutant. Okay, that was the false alarm, but we want to go back out into this mess. So the brain coral over there. That's nice. That is sea glide fragment. This is a lot of salt. Not me getting salty.
30 seconds.
Oh, stop it. That pun wasn't that bad. Okay. We are looking for things to scan. And this game is going to give them to us, isn't it? Isn't it? In fact, you, stalkers, you are going to give me everything. As I give you fish. I give you these lovely little fish that you like to chop, and you're gonna give me a bunch of silver and lead and battery charger fragments. All the things I need to make my life better. Oh, the stalker tooth. Those are worth nothing to me now, but will be worth so much to me later.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay, so that was alright. Consumed about 3 peepers, but got myself 2 stalker teeth. Yeah. Got a lot of salt, got a lot of metal salvage. All I need now is blueprints. Oh, no. I'm not gonna go cave diving. I want a better oxygen tank before I go cave diving. Okay, back into the kelp forest. I don't think I've tapped this place out yet. And I'm not scared of you guys as long as I've got fish to feed you. Which, I mean... Gold... Who cares about gold? Not I.
New blueprint acquired.
That's one I already explored. I may as well go home and make some stuff, because I know I can make stuff now. 190 meters, I got really far out there. So, with that kelp, with that creep vine is really only good for making fiber mesh, which fiber mesh, it can be useful. I believe it makes my upgrade. It makes my rebreather and is a component in a number of other things. Well, of course, they're not gonna make a common material like that and not use it all over the place. No. One thing I need it, is to cut off some pieces of those giant coral tubes. I'm going to use them for my new water source instead of catching all the bladderfish in the sea. Inventory full. Okay, I'm going to do my things first because my water is running out. We're going to listen to you while making things.
This is Avery Quinn, Trading Ship Sunbeam. Aurora, do you read? Over. Enough of the vacuum. These Altera ships. They run low on engine grease, send an SOS. Nothing help, they won't pick up. Aurora, I'm out on the far side of the system. It's going to take more than a week to reach your position. You still need our assistance. Over. I'll try them again tomorrow. Damn charter's going to have us blowing our credits running errands for Altera. See what the long range stands like up in the meantime.
Oh, cool! I needed 2 grapevine coasters for that
A
anyway.
quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor
Gotta watch this.
is in a critical state. -10, 8,
It is a requirement when playing this game
5.
that you always watch the Aurora go boom. Can you imagine if that happened at night and that flash just lit up everything everywhere? Now I got radiation suit plants, which I can already make. Oh, let's see, glass, titanium, silver. I can make my high capacity O2 tank even. But what I was really interested in is my rebreather. Thought we had. It's not going to tell me how to make my rebreather. I don't know how yet. I can make flares. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah. If I make some glass, grab some titanium, unequip my backpack, I can make an alloy glass too. That's what the stalker tools are for. Wait, I don't need to grab titanium. I just need to unequip my air tank. Because that's right, I got excess titanium. So much excess titanium. Oh, I need 2 glass. Pardon me while I fetch another piece of quartz. And I'm gonna need to go. I'm also gonna need to go grab myself some more creep vine, because apparently I also require one more fire mesh for my radiation suit. And I can't make anything else that I need other ingredients for. I need a battery and some copper wire for a sea glide. That's not going to be too much of a hassle, especially now that I got a bigger O2 tank. But now that I've freed up from some inventory space, I need, let's see, got 5 chunks of salt. So I need 10 chunks of coral tube. And Karen's not going to let me back to the base without them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Salt is also good for curing food, so you can have food that will last you on long journeys, but that's what the rations are for. As far as I care, that's what the rations are for. I don't have to make food that'll last me because I always have food at the ready that will last me. While I was out and about, I probably should have also made myself, well, got myself those other 2 pieces of
and purify
creep vine. Oh, it's only 1 coral tube sample? I'm going to be throwing out some coral tubes. But now, I can make disinfected water, and it makes 2 for each bleach. Oh!
preparing the day's water ration ahead of time will help ensure against dehydration and eventual death.
I'm going to put that one away. Drink 2 of these. What else can I put away in here? Well, I can take some of those. Put away the stalker tooth. I'm gonna just toss these coral tube samples out the window because of the fact that I can always make more, but I want my bleach by my fabricator so I can make more water very easily. And my fiber mesh. Okay. So now we gotta go. Why is it gotta be dark and spoopy? I need 2 more. Let's get my friendly little bait fish. Back out. Where was that creep vine forest again? Life pods 3. Damaged sea glide. Away from the aurora. So I don't have a radiation suit yet. There's my creep vine. What is that glowing in the distance? I don't know because it's turned completely invisible in the dark of night. Okay, so back to Steve-O, and I'm probably gonna call this a day after I make that radiation suit because I didn't expect to have that so soon in. Personally, I thought that the aurora didn't explode till about an hour in, but I could swear I've only been recording for like 45 minutes or so. Could be wrong. Could have just gotten so into the game. I'm enjoying it so much. Let's grab our fiber mesh back. And another. I got 2 in my inventory already. No, I just needed the lead. I don't even need this crap. Or my box is full. So, creep vine into fiber mesh into fiber mesh and lead into radiation suit. Now I can explore nearby the aurora without dying from just the water. I don't like the fact that it's 3 pieces, though. I understand why it's 3 pieces, but I don't like the fact that it's 3 pieces. Honestly, I could toss this cave sulfur out. But I told you guys I'm going to call it after getting the radiation suit, and so I'm going to call it now that I've got that radiation suit. And made another ingot. Because I've got to condense materials down somehow, so. That ingot might have been a mistake, but I think I can manage. Got 2 food, 2 We're good. We're good on everything. Everything is cool when you're part of it. I don't know. I just don't want to sing that song anymore. So, that's it for my first renewed episode of Subnautica. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and like I said, if you want me to skip out on recording until I've essentially caught up to where my old file was, I can do that. Just let me know in the comments below. And have a great day. Bye, everybody.